Erin Gruwell, the founder of Freedom Writers' teaching method. Once upon a time, in the cosmopolitan city of Long Beach, there was Wilson High School. Amidst its bustling halls, a remarkable teacher named Erin Gruwell faced a classroom full of teenagers from different backgrounds, each with their own struggles. Many had given up on school, and some had given up on life. With a passion for teaching and a heart full of empathy, Erin stepped into her classroom on the first day of school, ready to make a difference. "Good morning, class!" Erin called out with a warm smile. "Today marks the beginning of an incredible journey, a journey of discovery, empowerment, and change. We're going to talk about something very special, our stories." The students, including Eva, Marcus, Jamal, and others, exchanged skeptical glances. They had faced their hardships that made them doubt their own potential. Eva voiced out, "Why should we bother? Nobody cares about us." Erin Gruwell said with compassion, "I care, and I'm here to prove it. Together, we'll rewrite the story of our lives." With those words, Erin introduced her students to the power of writing. "Stories? Like fairy tales?" asked Jamal, a boy with bright eyes and a curious mind. "Not just fairy tales, Jamal," Erin replied, her eyes sparkling. "Our real-life stories. Each of you has a story that is unique and powerful." The students again exchanged puzzled looks. They were used to boring lectures, not this kind of personal talk. Erin noticed their confusion and decided to share a story of her own. "When I first started teaching," she began, "I met students who faced many challenges. Some of them didn't believe they could achieve anything great, but I knew they had the power to change their lives with their words." "How?" asked Eva, a girl who often kept to herself. "By writing in their journals," Erin explained. They wrote about their dreams, hopes, fears, and everything that made them who they were. Writing helped them understand their own power. Erin handed out notebooks to each student. "These are your journals. I want you to write in them every day. Write about anything you want, your favorite memories, things that make you happy, or even things that make you sad." At first, the students were hesitant. They were wary of Erin, unsure if they could trust her. The classroom was often filled with tension, and Erin had to work hard to break through the barriers the students had built around themselves. "Why should we write anything for you?" asked Andrew, his arms crossed defensively. Erin looked at him with understanding. "It's not for me, Andrew. It's for you. Your story matters, and I want to help you find your voice." The turning point came one afternoon, when Erin introduced The Diary of Anne Frank to the class. "This is the story of a young girl who faced unimaginable challenges during World War II, she explained. "Her words have inspired millions, and I believe her story can inspire us too." As they read Anne Frank's diary, the students began to see their own struggles reflected in her words. They started writing in their journals, tentatively at first, but with growing confidence. Erin saw the change and knew she had to keep pushing forward. However, Erin faced resistance from other teachers and even the administration. "Why are you spending so much time on these kids?" one teacher asked. "They'll never change." Erin stood her ground. "Everyone deserves a chance to succeed," she replied firmly. "I believe in them, and I'm not giving up." Her persistence paid off. the students started to open up, sharing their stories and supporting each other, they formed a bond that transcended their differences. One day, Erin walked into the classroom to find the students in a heated argument. The tension was thick, and it seemed like all their progress was unraveling. "What's going on?" Erin asked, trying to calm the room. "It's the gangs, Miss G," said Maria, a girl who had been quiet until now. "People are saying we can't trust each other because of where we come from." Erin took a deep breath. This was the moment to make a real difference. "I understand that there are things that divide us," she said, her voice steady. "But in this classroom, we are a family, and families work through their differences. Let's take a moment to remember why we started writing our stories, to find understanding and to build trust." The room fell silent. Then Marcus, a boy who often sat quietly at the back of the class, stood up. "I want to share my story," he said. He began reading from his journal, describing a moment when he felt completely alone and how writing helped him find hope. One by one, the students shared their experiences. The walls they had built around themselves started to crumble. They saw each other not as members of different groups, but as fellow human beings with dreams, fears, and hopes. Seeing the profound impact of these stories, Erin knew they had to be shared beyond the classroom. She began searching for ways to help her students publish their journals. She knocked on countless doors, told their story to anyone who would listen, and never gave up. Her determination paid off when she found a sponsor willing to provide computers for the students. One morning, she walked into the classroom with a huge grin. "I have some amazing news. We have a sponsor who believes in your stories as much as I do. We now have computers so you can type up your journals and share them with the world." The students erupted in cheers. For many of them, it was the first time they felt their voices truly mattered. They worked tirelessly, typing their stories, editing, and preparing them for publication. The energy in the classroom was electric. On the day the journals were published, Erin gathered her students for a special celebration. "I am so proud of each and every one of you," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "Your words have power. Your stories can change the world. Believe in yourselves and never stop writing your own story. From now on, you're not just students. You are freedom writers." As the students held their published books in their hands, they felt a sense of accomplishment and hope. They knew their voices had the power to make a difference. And so, Erin Gruwell's legacy lived on in each of them, inspiring a new generation to find their voices and write their own powerful stories. The end. Dear listeners, Erin Gruwell is an excellent teacher because she really understands her students. She listens to them and makes sure they feel safe sharing their thoughts. Even when others doubted her, she was dead set on helping her students succeed, going as far as finding computers for them to use. Erin motivates her students with inspiring stories and real-life connections, helping them see their own potential by showing examples of people who overcame great challenges. Through consistent support and encouragement, she builds trust with her students, fostering a strong, supportive classroom community. And she doesn't just teach. She gives her students a voice, letting them write and share their stories, which boosts their confidence and gives them a sense of purpose. As a teacher myself, I feel truly inspired by Erin and hope I too can carry on her legacy of inspiring kids. And I'm doing that through my podcast, Till by Bell, where stories plant the seeds of imagination, courage, creativity, and beyond. As always, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. And to all the inspirational teachers out there, Happy Teachers Day.